Looking to upgrade your controller game? Well, look no further than the GuliKit KingKong 2 Pro Controller from Amazon.com. So the KingKong 2 Pro Controller is about $70 on Amazon. You get a very nice packaging, and you also get this nice case, which, I mean, it's not the most premium thing, but it's nice to include one. And it also comes with a very nice USB Type-A to Type-C cable, because this is your charging cable, but also you can use it to hardwire the controller if need be. Comes with a very extensive manual right here, which tells you basically everything you need to know. The main features of this controller are these 4 buttons right here, are these 4 little LEDs. And what this is you can actually pair up to 4 different devices. You can't do it all at the same time, but you can swap between them by holding this button right here. And see, I went to Android or iOS. The D button, this is actually for older consoles. It says so in the manual, so I'm assuming something like an Xbox 360 or maybe a Windows 11 machine. You can also have the little Nintendo Switch, and I'm gonna set it on Windows, which Windows also works with Linux. There we go. You've got your parry button over here. You don't have any back buttons right here, but you've got a bunch of buttons right here, which all serve, the typical Xbox, like settings button and stuff like that. One thing to note, I'm not exactly sure what layout it's in, but it's not in the standard Xbox layout. Like B is on the bottom and A is right here, which I'm pretty sure they're flipped. The same thing with Y and X, but as long as you're not paying attention, because they are kind of hard to see, it's perfectly fine. I don't know if you can hear this, but this controller is extremely nice. Like, it has really nice triggers, bumpers. These joysticks are some of the most premium ones. They've got a lot of technology in them. I'm not a big controller guy, so I'm not really sure what they are, but I've just heard that they are exquisite, and also they feel exquisite and they work really well. So one of the only problems we've encountered with this controller is pairing. Now, it's not the controller's fault. It's actually my friend who actually owns this controller. He's got a motherboard that doesn't support Bluetooth. It acts like it does in Windows, but it doesn't. And so he got a little TP-Link, little adapter for Bluetooth. I think it was like 10 or $7, and this did not work that well. It was very spotty connection, like it would go in and out. Like right here, it's been perfectly fine, and even on the Steam Deck, great connection, no issues at all. So if you have an older motherboard that doesn't support Bluetooth, you probably want to get something a little nicer than the cheapest thing out there. This is a very premium controller, especially compared to this $25 one, which you can check out our NoPlan review on. Like, the triggers, I don't know if you can hear that. These are silent over here, and I mean, even the buttons on this one, like compared to this one over here, this one just feels so much more premium. And this actually has an internal battery, so you don't have this little, ugly AA bump. It's all inside, and it takes about, it says 2 hours to charge to the full maximum battery capacity, which they say lasts about 25 hours. I haven't tested the full one because I don't game that often with controller, but it did last the last 2 weeks perfectly fine, which, probably about an hour or two a day of gaming, which I think is perfectly fine. Overall, the GuliKit 2 Pro Controller, that is a mouthful to say, is a fantastic controller for $70, and I'd highly recommend it. Very premium, and honestly, I've heard a lot of good stuff about their support as well, so it's a good thumbs up in my book.